pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Chicago Bears. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 54 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Eddie Goldman gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. We were wondering what they would do defensively to disrupt Patrick Mahomes. Sacking him on the first drive, that's a really good way to set a tone.
The last thing you want to do is let him get established in the pocket where he can set his feet and throw wherever he wants to, even though he does it well.
There he goes, right side. 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive, 4 plays, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. First down, Wiggins, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores, and you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. And here's Hunter. Nice wander now. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. Yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive, and they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
2nd down and 3. To throw, it's Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hill. Just a gain of a couple there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Mahomes firing complete. This defense for the Bears, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 18. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Fields. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And I think the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, CD, really, the play call was pretty good. I mean, the jet sweep worked up until a very crucial point where he couldn't hold on to the football.
Yeah, I would say that would be the crucial part, right? The ball has to stay in your hands in order for the play to be executed properly into conclusion.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. And, Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. Butker's kick here is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a great first quarter continues here as they add on to that lead.
And Brandon, I think it sets up what's going to be an important drive because it's now 17-0. So the other guys, they got to figure out something quick before this game gets away from them.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a handoff here to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 17-0 our score after 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. Touchdown, Chicago! Darnell Mooney, his 4th touchdown on the year. Then the Bears get a bit closer. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bears take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. 2nd down and 8. To throw is Fields. Now loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And that's complete to Shepard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play, because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. Finding some room at midfield. They find some open field here. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's running.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's... The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. They're going to try the jet sweep. Robinson with it. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 38, Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now it's Mahomes again. And going deep for Hill. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. So we've reached halftime. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Fields. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now Edwards-Helaire, and they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Now Mahomes. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Pitch and catch there good for 13. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, it's
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd. That right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On first down, it's Fields. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, Breida stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap, Fields. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
With the score where it is, this was probably going to be 4-down territory if they didn't convert there. But what a nice job of working his way open, making sure he secured the catch, and setting up 1st and goal.
Now it's Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bears cut into that lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are the Chiefs to take over. Remember, right now they are on a 6-game losing streak, trying to snap that. And a good sign is they've got the lead in the football. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense. offense, just playing not to lose.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off.
How about that one? The so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They go back to the ground with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. But to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Butker's kick here is good. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws. That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Fields now to throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. The battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
And now here comes Kansas City. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start out here with the option left. Room to run past midfield. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. That's complete left side to Shepard. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, and in for the Chiefs touchdown. Darrell Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Fields. Escaping the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he'll just get rid of it.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles.
Now Fields. Eluding and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They'll run on 1st down. Matlock. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On 2nd down now, Matlock. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Big offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Chiefs, it's a 2nd win on the year now as they move to 2-8. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for Chicago, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.